Hello. Thanks for joining me. I'm going to do a quick live haul because I didn't have time yesterday and I don't have a whole lot of stuff here. Um, I went to an estate sale and it was a very fancy estate sale, so I only picked up a couple things there. And then we went to a new antique store we hadn't been to and picked up a couple things there. Some of it was for family, so I've already given that away. But I can show you the other stuff I got. Nothing's been cleaned or anything yet because we were rushed yesterday. And I almost bought a blow mold, but we were trying to negotiate the price. And then when we were like halfway home, then the guy called and was like, yeah, she can do better on it. But we were already halfway home. But I almost bought a huge snowman blow mold. Hi, Susie. And I've been running all day today. I haven't started my packing up orders yet. It's just going to be a long day. So, anywho, I just got home from doing all my errands. And then I'm going to show you a quick haul. And then I have to go over and pack stuff up. Go upstairs, get Gino ready for the day, which it's already, 3 o'clock. And get the dogs fed, all that stuff. It's like, oh my gosh. The day just gets away from you. But anywho, let's just jump right in here. It's going to be a very small haul. But anyway, let's just do it. In no particular order. It's all kind of mixed together. I got this vintage, hi Carrie Ann, Santa Mail card holder. He does have some like old tape at the bottom, but I still thought he was really cute. You put your cards in there, just hang them on the wall. Vintage little Santa Mail holder. I picked up this basket yesterday at the fancy estate sale. Fancy. It was like a fancy. I have a picture of it. I was going to tape in, videotape inside, but first off, it was freezing. It was like 23 degrees. I didn't have a coat on. They made us wait in line outside. You had to pull a number. And I went to go up to the door to get a number along with this other guy. And it was a very long driveway because it's an estate. So get up there. We knock on the door. We're like, where are the numbers? He's like, oh, there's another driveway. And so him and I like hiked to this other driveway to get the numbers. He was number 23. I was number 24. So then we go and sit in our cars, trying to warm up. And everyone starts lining up outside and it's freezing cold. I still didn't put my coat on because in my mind, I'm going to be inside and then I'm going to get too hot and then I'm going to have to carry it. Oh, you spotted that already. That's the thing I picked up, one of the things at the fancy sale. I'm assuming probably like around $50. I don't know. I haven't looked them up. $40, $50, something like that. I haven't tested it. This comes off. It is double-sided, so it's a really nice lighted wreath. I've never seen that before. So we get lined up, and the guy's talking, and I'm like, oh, my gosh, hurry up, because it was so cold. And finally, they start letting us in there, and it was 2 different huge garages. When I say garage, I mean fancy house where you can pull a car into. Because those garages were nicer than my house. And they had wood floors. Huge, I could not believe it. Huge cabinetry, like black wood custom floor to ceiling. They had a staircase, a carpeted, beautiful wooden staircase spiral going up to the next floor because it wasn't just one level. And one side was all furniture, one side was small stuff. So, of course, I wanted to go to the small stuff. And there was this girl behind me who thought she was at a Taylor Swift concert, apparently, because she was pushing. And we're all single file. It's like, I literally turned around and like, do you think you're at a effing Taylor Swift concert? Like, we're all going to the same place and we all have numbers. So, she's trying to get around me and I nailed her because she was all up on me. I'm like, don't be touching me. Don't be crawling up my back. she got nailed with my elbow, and I did not feel bad about it at all. And I will do it again. So you weren't going to get by me, girl. Okay? You weren't going to get by me. So the first thing I grabbed was that lighted wreath. You know, it's like the Christmas tree. Then they had this old Christmas ornament with the glass bird and some millinery flowers in there. I don't know. It looks like it's from the 60s or 70s. This is metal bird cage with a little birdie in there. I thought it was really pretty, so I grabbed that. Gino didn't go because he was tired. He was still in bed. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 of these Jingle Bell coasters. They're beaded coasters with jingle bells on the outside. I thought they were really cute, so I grabbed those. This next item is pretty funny. I was like, I can't leave this behind. I have to grab it. And I also grabbed, what else did I get from that sale? It was a street light for Christmas that lit up. It was probably like 3 feet tall. That's upstairs. So this beautiful basket with Santa on it. It's just a woven. I know. Pushy girl. She had me so mad. It's like, where are you going? We're funneling through a doorway and you're trying to, like, you gonna crawl over the elderly person in front of me? What? Like, it made no sense to me, and it irritated me because you're crawling up my back and I don't want you touching me. So you got a little reminder. Gina would have been like, oh my God, he gets so embarrassed, but I don't care. Be respectful. That's all. So this is the funny item I got. It's a knit bumble. And I forget this guy's name. Hermie. I think it's Hermie, right? And then the little doll from the Misfit Toys. And this little polka dot elephant or whatever it is. And then you have Rudolph and his girlfriend. So it's a whole knit Rudolph set. I couldn't leave it behind. It was hilarious to me. So I got that set. I have not looked up the wreath yet, so I have no idea the pricing on it. So you're welcome to make an offer on it. I haven't had time to do anything yet. I got a vintage Scotch tin because I always, whenever I see these, I do grab them. These beautiful, if you like ephemera, these beautiful owl book plates. I picked up another kind recently too that were really neat. But this one has a really cool. So if you do junk journaling, scrapbooking, or you could use them for your books, I grabbed those. They're pretty neat. Pretty cool. I think I got these from another estate sale, but I don't know if I showed them. So I have 2 boxes of greeting cards here. There are 20 cards and envelopes in each one. They're in good condition. Get some really cute ones in there. Little animals and stuff. So we got 20 cards and envelopes. 2 boxes of those. Boop, boop, 2 of those. I grabbed this box because I thought it was pretty. It's not vintage or anything. It's probably from Home Goods. It's got the beautiful snow fox on the top. I thought it would be cute to use for Christmas to put something in. Just an empty box with a magnetic. You've seen these at, but it was only $1. So that, Gino found this. Oh, I know. Aren't they cute? This is new old stock ribbon. We got this at a little antique store yesterday. I think it's 50 yards of the Christmas ribbon still on the card. These I need to clean. Depression Modern Tone cover for cheese and one for butter. So I think these are Bakelite. This is the first one here. This would cover the cheese. It's got the Bakelite on top, and then this one would cover the butter, I believe, or it could be the other way around. But it's a little set of butter and cheese covers for your board. Take a breath. What do I have back here? I think I showed all of that. I got a whole tin of buttons here from the antique store that we go to. And I have not gone through them, but I have peanut butter jars here. And I'm going to put together some button jars and vintage peanut butter jars. So there's some really cool old ones in here. I have not. This came from a little antique store that we go to. It's hidden behind a flower shop. The gentleman owns the flower shop. And he has antiques in the back. So if you don't know that it's there, then you would never know. Oh, those are pretty buttons. There's some really pretty ones in here. And at that same place, I got this bag of jewelry. I got a deer pick and a bunch of clip-on earrings, vintage ones. Those. These are screwbacks. Some of them are marked. Like these. Coro. These multicolored screwback ones are Coro. I love the rhinestones, so whenever I see these, I always grab them. These are screwbacks as well. There goes one out of the thing. He had a bunch of vintage jewelry, and we didn't have time to really go through all of it, but he said to come back, and he's got more in the basement. These are very deco looking earrings. I don't know anything about jewelry. I just pick out what I like, what catches my eye. He's doing good. He's upstairs. I just brought home some Taco Bell because I've been running all morning. I just found out from my first marriage, my mother-in-law, found out she's in an assisted living type place. So I went to take her, some goodies for Christmas, and it was a mess. First off, she's on the 3rd floor. They don't have the elevators are broken for the whole facility. How is that possible? So she has an issue that she needs to go see somebody about. And so she's like, they told us we're just stuck here. We can't leave. Unless it's an emergency, then they can call 911. Other than that, if you're not able to walk down 3 flights of stairs, you are stuck in this facility. I'm sorry, but I don't think that's legal. So I had to reach out to her granddaughter and let her know it was a big mess. She hasn't been able to get stuff she needs. So I had to go to the grocery store and get her all kinds of stuff that she needed. I felt so bad for her because can you imagine you recovering from a broken leg and you go into a facility and they put you on the 3rd floor all the way in the back, and then the elevator's broken and you cannot get out of the facility. You're just there. I went down to the office. I was like, elevator's broken. They're like, yeah. I'm like, well, how are they supposed to get out? They don't. I'm like, what do you mean? What if she needs to see a doctor? They can't. What? And you're paying a lot of money to be in this facility and you guys don't have working elevators? And she told me that they told her if there's a fire, she's supposed to wet a towel and put it under the door and get out on the balcony if you can. Well, she's in a wheelchair and she can't get out the balcony because there's a hump there. It's just a freaking mess. So her granddaughter was going over there and messaged her, and she's going to go to the fire department because I don't know if that's legal or if they're aware of the situation. It's just horrible. So I was dealing with that all morning, and then I got to come home and get all this stuff done. So that was my day, and I don't even know where I was going with that, but it's been a day already. That's why I look like this. Been out running in and out of the rain. And then I got this set of drop screw back earrings. Aren't those beautiful? And they're the screw back ones. I don't know if they're marked. I have not looked at any of these. I know, and she's paying a lot of money for this facility that's supposed to be like high end. I went to the store. She wanted jelly beans. Well, I can't find jelly beans this time of year. I went to 3 different stores looking for jelly beans. I found Starburst jelly beans. And then she wanted the Arnold Palmer, the regular, not the light. 3 different stores. Couldn't find that. So I've been all over. And then the best part, a case of Arnold Palmer, a case of Boost, all of her other stuff. I mean, a lot. Like, I loaded it into 2 bags, and then I had a little shelf. I had to climb 3 floors carrying all this stuff. Not one person that worked there offered to help or like said, hey, here's the cart. Nothing. And Gino's mom was looking at that facility. I was like, do not put her in there. Because it's not really assisted living. It's independent living, I guess. Then these earrings, these are screwbacks as well. Horrible. It's horrible that our seniors have to deal with this crap. Because the way that she was treated after her surgery, Gino's mom, I about busted someone in the face at this one place. Kingston of Sylvania, you suck, by the way. And I will keep doing bad reviews on you. Giving her the wrong medicine. When she fell out of bed, leaving her lay on the floor, not coming when you ring your bell. No, that's not going to fly with any family. This is like it's a turtle pin. It's a brooch. But this, not Goodfellas. Why do I keep wanting to say Goodfellas? What is that for? That marking on there. It's a, is it Goodfellas? No, it's not Goodfellas. Something like that. So I got that old brooch. And then this old brooch, which is very interesting to me. It looks old, super old, but I could be wrong. I don't know. Maybe it just looks old. So that is the jewelry I got from that place. I don't know if I've showed these yet, but at this estate sale I went to, they were so expensive. That one, I got this vintage box of crayons. I knew that was going to happen. There's not enough crayons in there to fill it out, but I thought it was a cool vintage box. And then I just have the lid from this box. I was hoping to find the bottom or a little box to go in it and put some crayons in it because I really like the graphic. So it's actually just the lid, but I really liked the graphic on it. And this is an empty box, Little Wilhelmina Whiting Paper Company out of New York. Yeah, it's pretty sad. And you know what it is? They're like, we don't have enough help. Well, I'm sorry, that's not their problem. They're paying you to do a service. It's your company's job to make sure you have enough people to cover, giving medicine, checking in on people, bathing them, taking care of them. These senior citizens should not be going through that. They pay too much money to be taken care of, and then to say you don't have enough staff, that's no excuse. They don't want to hear from me. My dad had dementia. It was in one of those facilities. And they were horrible. He fell. They didn't tell anybody. We didn't know till he had, we had insisted that they take him to the hospital because he stopped eating. Turns out he had a broken collarbone right before he passed away. They're like, well, he's not eating, and he, we can't get him to eat. So you just didn't feed him for a week and didn't tell us that he fell and broke his collarbone, and it was horrible. And then my dad went into hospice, and all of his stuff was in his room. They gave him just a few days because he was declining quickly because, in hospice, right? The day he passed away in hospice, we went, because we were at hospice with him day and night. We stayed with him. We went to the facility to clean out his room, and they had emptied his room, put everything in boxes on the loading dock. That lady did not want to see me coming because I laid into her, and I think at one point they were going to call security. Go ahead. You don't treat people like that. Yep. Treat them like they're burdens. Yeah, like they don't want to. Yeah. Horrible. That's the one thing this country doesn't do. They need to take care of their senior citizens. Gino's doing okay. He's upstairs. I got to go up and give him a shower, and then I got to start packing stuff up. I haven't done that yet for my last sale, so just getting stuff taken care of, and it's 3 o'clock, so I'll be okay. I don't have a whole lot to do. And then we picked up some vintage postcards, Christmas ones. These are old postcards. Look at the children on that. There's Santa. This one with the swans is really pretty. Yes, I will. I sure will. I got a vintage chicken nugget in one of it's a little Halloween one. Alien Monster. I don't know what year this is from. 1996. It was in one of my bags or something. But the chicken nuggets can do pretty good. I know I have more postcards, but I don't know where they are. And then I got this book, which was really cool. Candy Favors and Fixings. But look at the graphics in here. It's so cool. So little vintage Christmassy things and how to make them. So this is probably from the 60s or something. 1966. Candy Favors and Fixings. And one of the coolest thing I got was this pop-up book, Flash Gordon Tournament of Death, with 3 pop-up pictures. It is in beautiful condition. And I'll show you. See, it pops out. I'll just show you the pop-up ones. They're pretty amazing. Yep, and the disabled. Yep. It's unbelievable. We're in almost 2025, and our elderly people and people that need a little bit of assistance are treated this way. So it's a book. There's other pages in here. Those are just the pop-up ones, but it's a full-on book. It is in beautiful condition, and it is from 1935. It's in beautiful condition on the Flashboard, and I did get that at an estate sale. What else do I have? I think that is pretty much it, because some of the stuff, like I said, some of the decorations I gave to his sister that we picked up. But it was slim pickings this weekend. That's okay. I've got so much stuff, but I do like to always go and look, and then if I see something like that Christmas wreath, that is available if there's any interest. I just don't know where to price it. So if you're interested in it, you can always shoot me an email. My email is there on the screen. SweetAdeline@AOL.com with 3 E's. I'm going to fill up these button jars here, if I can get them open. Ugh. What's everybody doing today? It's rainy here and cold. Rainy and cold. I got that song stuck in my head. I want a hippopotamus for Christmas. Stuck in my head, I tell ya. There's some really cool buttons in here, some old ones. I don't know if people still collect buttons, but there's a bunch on cards in here. I'm going to have to cut off the card. What is that? A bunch of them tied up too with ribbon. And I don't know what these are, but we got a whole bunch of old buttons. So I'm just going to divvy them up in these peanut butter jars. I know some people use these for crafts, which is fun. Oh, the hippopotamus song. Yeah. I forget where I was. Oh my God. I had that song. Ooh, that's a needle. That's scary. Didn't like that one. I think I came home yesterday singing the song that they were playing at one of the sales I went to. I could not get the thing out of my head. But we'll go through here. There's some really cool old vintagey buttons in here. I'm going to have to get a couple more jars because there's a lot here. Does anybody in here collect buttons? Any button lovers? Oh, there's a fork in here. Hors d'oeuvre fork. There's a lot of them tied up. I know this isn't very exciting. If I could turn the camera down, I would. Let's see. There. There, you can see a little bit better what I'm working with. That looks like some kind of belt loop. That one was pretty. That red one. That one's unusual. I know nothing about buttons. I know some of them may be collectible. That one's pretty. Oh, do you have a lot of them too? This tin has a bunch of big ones in it too. some stuff that's not buttons. There's a pretty one. I got a hippopotamus for Christmas. Only a hippopotamus will do. Trying to pull out any string. That one's interesting. One peanut butter down, 3 to go. So if you're looking for some buttons in a vintage PB jar, let me know. Those are on a card. That is not a button. I like the old glass buttons. Oh, that's a good idea. You could do little garlands with this. For sure. Look at that one. I went to a craft show. Been to a few of them this year, and this one lady takes old salt and pepper shakers, and she makes little flowers out of the buttons, and then sticks them in the old salt and pepper shakers, like, you know, to hold the flowers. It looks really cute. That's a zipper. We don't want to put that in there. This is a glass bead, button bead. Oh, that's on an old pin. That's a metal one. There's a big one. I know this is very exciting. We're going to fill it right up to the top. We don't want fuzz. And we don't want that. I think the button jars were always a catch-all for everything. Button jar number 2. They were, no, not hat pins. She put them on wire like little flowers, where the button was the top of the flower. And she did some really, and would bend them so they look like flowers. That's not a button. That's a zipper. Ooh, that one's pretty. That's really old. Isn't that neat? It's lovely. This is another neat one. How much should I charge for a button? Buttons in a jar of an old peanut butter jar. What would you sell this jar for? I saw something go in there that's not a button. There it is. It's wood. It's a belt loop. Cool buttons. That's the beauty, huh? What would you sell a button jar for? That's a big one. Ooh, that one looks metal, but it's plastic. That one's neat. That one's pretty. $5. Well, I had to buy the peanut butter jar separate, so I'd have to charge more than that. There's some really neat ones in here. That one looks like the face of an owl. A red one. That's not a button. That one's full. Another peanut butter jar. We're going to have 4 of these when we get done. And room to make more. That one's pretty. These are great to craft with or just display them. Look at that lime green one. It's a flower one. Oh, see, that one's kind of string I need to flip off. That's some sort of a, that's not, I guess it could be some sort of a button. It's got a hook on it. All right, we got the last one done here. So we got 4 vintage peanut butter jars full of buttons, and probably get another one out of here. I'll have to cut off all these buttons. What is that? Quilter's Dream Seamer. I don't know what that is. All right. Well, I am going to get off here because I need to go pack up my orders and then go get some stuff done upstairs. So I am going to let you guys go. But if you saw something you were interested in, certainly message me. Let me know. You can come up with a price if you're interested in something that you saw. Throw all this away. All right. Well, you have a great day. She might, yeah. I think I did. I do remember her doing that. Ooh, that one's pretty too. Look at that one. All right, guys, you take care and we'll see you next time. Bye.